You know, they say the only thing that's really constant in life is change. And it's true. You know, sometimes it's very slow and you don't notice it, like, you know, it's erosion, right? And then sometimes it's a revolution where just you turn around and poof, everything is different. Well, this channel is about to go through a change. Now, not in the way that we do content, the type of content that we do or anything like that. That won't change because that's just stuff that, if it interests me, I do a video on it and share it with you guys. That's not going to change, but our facilities are going to change. We're in the process of moving out of this one. So what I want to do is I want to bring you guys up to speed and explain why we moved here, what we tried, and why we're moving into a different direction now as far as facilities go. So we started this channel basically filming at my driveway at the house, it's a driveway in the backyard. And right away, as soon as the channel started to gain some traction, I realized we needed space to film, you know, better than just the house. So we moved into that storage unit facility where we had the 4 bays next to each other. And we ran the channel there like that for 2 years. And it was good, but we needed more space. And more importantly, I had a bunch of ideas that I wanted to try. So what my vision for the channel was to have a whole network of people and things going on. And so it would be more diverse than just what I would come up with. It would include the ideas and the visions and the projects of other people as well. And hopefully they would have their own channels and they would grow their channels based on this collective, and we would all kind of like share material and share ideas. But in order to do that, I needed facility. I needed something that had a lot of space. I needed something that was big enough for me to work out of and do the stuff that I was going to do, but also accommodate these other people, these other endeavors. So when I saw this place, I said, you know what? That's where we're going to grow this from. So the idea here was to have a couple of different people, groups, doing their thing, give them space, free space, in some cases free cars. Here's a project car, work on this, right? The whole idea was to get people involved, get a network. And so this is what we moved into. Way more space than I needed or wanted for myself, especially to do a channel. You know, it's one thing when you're running a business, you're taking care of customers, cars, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you have mechanics on the payroll, you need space. But when you're doing a YouTube channel and you're only working on 1 or 2 cars at a time, and you're doing it at a relatively slow pace, no, you don't really need a lot of space. But that's what we took here. So the idea was to have 3 or 4 channels going. And we tried, well, pretty much every idea I had, we tried. I wanted to do a podcast. I wanted to have, so like I said, several different channels going at the same time, perhaps spin-off channels from this one. So we took this space and, well, just to show you what so you're familiar with all of this because this is where we film every video. But we had this as well. So we had 3 rooms here that were supposed to be set up as studios to do like podcasts or shoot video where you needed like a clean room, assembly stuff, right? That's what these rooms were going to be for. And, bathroom, slop sink. We set up to print our t-shirts and everything over here. We had that going here for a while, but it didn't work out, so we moved that. It was just logistics. This place is too far away from home base. So this really hasn't been used in a year. We had this we were going to use, to do podcast, and we did some lives out of there. And then this office, because I was going to have somebody manage all of this stuff, and that never really came to pass. And all of this shop space. It's a nice facility, but it's not what I need. What I need is really what you've been seeing for the last year, for the most part, because I only work out of a very small section of it. This. That's it. That's what I need. All of this back here has been parking for the last year. I don't need to carry the burden of this place just to have parking. Actually, I only really need indoor parking space for 2 cars. slag hammer, and bottle rocket. Everything else can be kept outside or moved in and out, you know, rotating. So the lease is up here, coming up soon. And I was like, all right, it's time to like consolidate. So now, like I said, we tried all of these different ideas and you guys have seen all of them. And a lot of the people who've come and gone here. Now, you have to understand something. Everybody who's come through here, I genuinely liked as a person. Like, I can't work with people I don't like. So anybody who you did see come through here, I genuinely did like, because I'm letting them into my life, right? I'm gonna go through experiences with them. It doesn't always work out. And it's not because anybody's bad or evil or wrong. It's that not everybody shares the same vision or the same ideals. And you only find that out after you go through things. So we had, I mean, over the course of the time that we've been in here, there was early on, we had like Dallas from the AHRA and Buff Del Campo. And there was the Junkyard Jet guys and Mopar Al and, oh God, who else was there? There was just so many people that came and went, all because of this experiment, you know. And you learn. Nobody's born with the answers. The only way you have the answers is if you go ahead and you try things. So we tried all of these things. They didn't work out the way I expected them to, but they each did get something going on their own. And I wish them all the luck in the world in their own individual endeavors. So that's, you know, some of them really did work out. One of the concepts of this place was to have people come in and bring their projects and we would work on them here. So we had the kid Josh come in with his 6-pack satellite. My favorite was we had Andy Hansen here with his Hemi GTX. And that lasted for about a year, where we went through the entire car, did everything with it. That was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. I made a good friend out of that. Well, like I said, other things didn't quite work the way they were intended to work. So with the lease coming up here, I said, you know, it's time to downsize. And this is something I've known for, well, about a year now. Because I've been getting rid of cars, I've been getting rid of motorcycles, I've been getting rid of parts, I've been getting rid of all sorts of stuff that I deem to be extraneous to the channel, right? Or duplicates in the channel. You know, you can't have two of really the same thing going on. They all have to have a little bit of a different twist. So I've been getting rid of anything that I'm streamlining in preparation for moving into a space that is as big as what I currently work out of. Without all of that, without all of that. I'm going to go there in a minute. So that's why we took this place. That's the evolution of this place. And this is why at this stage of the game, I want to try approaching things from a different standpoint. Again, not content. Content is going to stay the same. Location and expansion is going to be a little bit different. So I'll show you where we're moving to, the main facility where we're going to move to. Let's take a ride. So before I take you guys over by the new place, we're going to make a little detour, and I want to introduce you to some friends of mine here, some good old down-home Tennessee drag racers I know you'll like. So you guys that are familiar with small tire Mopars, NMCA racing, already know Andy Mays' name. Andy and his son Cam have been around for a long time, and they do a lot of neat stuff. They're into the Fox bodies now. All right, little poo-poo. Got some more Mustang stuff. We got some historic relics sitting out here in the pole barn. And speaking of historic relics, Andy.
Hey,
say hello to YouTube.
How you doing, man?
What's happening, brother man?
All right, what are you up to?
We're just taking a detour. We're going over to the new shop, and I figured I'd stop here.
Congratulations on that, man.
So
you can always come in and help clean up. It's Friday morning cleanup day.
Yeah, you know, I'm good. This is Cam, his son.
It's trash day and clean.
I've been trying to get these guys to do YouTube now, so you just won't do it. You like camera shy?
Too much rowdiness goes on over here.
There's always craziness going on. But they do all kinds of work. What do you do here mostly? Transmissions, right?
Mostly transmissions, all right. Mostly transmissions. We do engine work, rear end work, whatever we got to do sometimes. All right, but mostly transmission. We stay real busy doing transmission, like that Power Glide, and
And all the
Dave
nicest
just loaded
bottles.
his C6 up in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I was trying to see some cool C6 stuff and put it in the truck.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you even do these things over here. See, that's a
We'll hot rod them up too.
small tire, right?
That's that electric stuff. You gotta watch that, Tony. That electric stuff's dangerous stuff.
I know it was putting on a show.
Yeah, she'll get rowdy too.
I heard there was some Viking guy drop this off over here.
Yeah, the electric Viking. Right.
That's his daily.
So I'm gonna try to get this, you know, we're doing that propane big block, and I'm gonna lean on these guys to help me out getting some nitrous into that thing, which ought to be a very interesting combination.
That'd be a fun one.
Sure.
That'd be a fun one.
Propane and nitrous.
I don't even know what the octane
How's it mix? You're gonna shoot it with gas?
We're gonna
Gasoline
find
or
out.
We tear it up like tear.
Propane and nitrous.
No gasoline?
Found that on my
Ooh, that's gonna be.
It's when we're using cheap motors. We can just keep cycling stuff through them.
Yeah, I don't know how that go. It's kind of weird. I've never heard of propane and nitrous being used.
Neither have I, so that's what we're gonna try
We'll
it.
find out.
Yeah.
All right, we'll for sure find out. All right.
Absolutely.
Does anybody know the octane rating of propane?
Yeah, it's like 118.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
110.
All right. We just got to get the right mixtures. We just got to get the right air fuel ratio.
This is what I'm saying.
Talk to somebody. Yeah, give one of the nitrous guys a call. Maybe they've seen it. Diesel guys might know.
You know?
They run propane through the diesels a lot. Sometimes those guys are tickling something with, you know, they work.
Johnson might know something too down in Nitrous Solutions. He might know something.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But I just wanted to
It'd be
stop
fun.
by.
It'd be fun figuring it out too.
Yeah.
All right?
Absolutely.
That'd be the best part, right?
We're just gonna keep shoving motors through the thing. I can see it already.
All right. And we don't have no pump there. Is it just?
No, just a line. Just
All right. That might be the way to go. That might be the new ticket. That'll be the new NHRA
That's
no
the
prep
future.
ticket. That's the future, right?
guys, they have so much stuff going on over here, but like I said, I can't get them to do YouTube. So in the comments, tell Andy and company what you guys want to see out of here, because I'll come with the camera. You don't have to do it. I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
If anybody wants to express a need and want to watch our crazy antics, then we'll film something. We'll do something.
Look at all the channels out there doing crazy antics now.
We have a good time up here while we're working, that's for sure.
I know you do.
All right.
I know you
He
do.
worked Joe and Sedary, they just.
If it weren't for me, I wouldn't have done that.
He's trying to hear that. I'm bringing the parts.
The parts guy.
And he is a
That's
very
the truth,
crucial,
man.
important part. Every morning he shows up with a part. Alright.
All right. Well, I'm going to let these guys get back to work. Like I said, it's in the comments. Tell them what you want to see, and let's make stuff happen.
Hey,
And
thanks for stopping, Tom.
well, thanks for having me. You didn't shoot me or anything like that.
Anytime. You're always welcome, you know that.
All right, so let's take a ride over by the new place and I'll show you what's going on over there. So there's actually two parts to this move that we're making. The first one I'm going to show you now. The second one I'm not even going to get into until after we're completely moved in here. But we've got plans, and 2024 is going to be a pretty interesting year. So this complex is owned by named John, who owns this company. Here's a plug, John. Guardian Garage Floors. So he does the epoxy garage floors, really nice work. And that's his company. And this is his place. And actually this right here is his shop. And going on inside the shop right now are a couple of Hellcat swaps and a small block Challenger that he's doing. So now the thing about this stuff is that, like, I myself really, I don't want to own stuff like that, right? But I am interested in it. I do want to cover that kind of thing on the channel. So we'll be following along with his build. And like I said, he's a Mopar guy. I met him 15 years ago when I built the engine in his Challenger. And like I said, you just look around here. Every place you look, you know, there's a E-body heater box sitting up there. Random big block. So I'm actually going to be in the company of other gearhead Mopar people. Go me. All right, so the building that we're going to move into is this one over here. So the interior space of this building is exactly what the back of my current shop is. So where the Belvedere is now and where the benches and all of that, well, we shoot 90% of our videos. It's the same interior space as what we've got here. and we'll have parking outside and all that for the rest of the cars. So in the back, that'll be a dedicated area for both Bottle Rocket and Slaghammer, and towards the front we'll have our workbenches and that whole area set up, and an area we'll be bringing cars in and out. So this is that building. There's still stuff to be done, so we're waiting on that. Get our fingers crossed. It's one of the reasons we haven't started actually moving stuff over here yet. There's still stuff in the building and the construction needs to be done. But with any luck, by February 1st, it'll be finished and we can go. If not, if it's still under construction, we could still make the move, but there's gonna have to be some workarounds for other small things. So that is the new shop. And this is our new environment. And we're off the main road, so I don't have to worry about people, trucks and loud motorcycles and everything driving by as we're trying to film. It'll be a nice change of pace, much more relaxed here. So that's the update. That's what we're doing with the new shop, our move, the timeline. You got to meet a couple of friends of mine, and like I said, after this is done, after we're all moved in here, I have a part 2 to this move that I'm actually really excited about, because it's something I've never owned before, I've never done before. So I'm looking forward to that, and we'll talk about that after we're moved in. So that's it, guys. I have to get back to work. I have to get rid of more stuff. I'm having fun getting rid of stuff, believe it or not. I'll see you tomorrow.